Hey guys, Kim Lenga and welcome to the 14-day fat burning plan. First and foremost, I'm going to go over this plan and it is really quite simple. You just need to read the plan and follow along. You have to print it out, guys. So please make sure that you printed out this copy. This is going to be your Bible for the next 14 days. It doesn't have to be this pretty. It doesn't have to be bound, but it does have to be printed out. You need to refer to this thing and follow the plan. The plan works. Okay, starting with page 1, getting started. Make sure that you have your products, right? So we ask you to purchase at least 2 minimum products. One is slim and the other is lean. These two are known as the power couple. This slim products has some branched chain amino acids and prebiotics. It's going to go to work with the probiotics, right? And they're the good bacteria fighting against the bad. The idea is to get rid of all the bad gut bacteria in your belly. So this is excellent for doing this. It also has branched chain amino acids in here, and it will give you a sense of fullness. So it's going to curb your cravings, right? And that's what, when we start changing our diet and we start ridding our diet of some sugars, we might have some cravings, and this is going to help ward off those cravings. The other product, again, that you take along with this is called lean. This is a branched chain amino acid, and this is your building block to protein. So as we are trying to get you to lose weight, we're not trying to get you to lose muscle. We're trying to get you to lose fat. This helps protect your muscles. We call it armor all for the muscles, and it will help your body utilize the fat to burn that off as a resource and not your muscles. So again, the 2 products at a minimum, slim and lean, known as the power couple. Lean comes in pills. A serving is 4 tablets twice a day. The other option is you could get lean in a powder form, right? Comes in a powder stick. This is the equivalent to 4 pills. So you're going to take this, the lean, with the slim twice a day, okay, for the next 14 days. So you need to make sure you have your products. The other product that we recommended was for you to grab a bag of shakes. I have all 3 flavors, vanilla, chocolate, and vegan. I personally use vegan because it's just a way for me to get my 2 or 3 servings of veggies in my diet, but they're all great products, and we use them in some of the recipes. So we recommended or suggested that you get a bag of shakes to go along with it, but at a minimum, you had to have slim and lean, okay? All right, you need to weigh yourself. So before this kicks off, the day before, I want you to weigh yourself. Strip down naked, make sure you go to the bathroom, empty your bladder, get on the scale, mark that weight down. In addition to that, I want you to take measurements. So in your packet, in the very back, it has a tracker chart, and you guys need to complete that tracker chart in its entirety. I want you to make sure you take all the measurements. This is one thing that it is a non-negotiable. Most people will jump on the scale without a doubt because they're so excited to see that scale move, when in reality, your body is going to be changing composition. Again, I told you, we are not trying to get you to lose muscle. We're trying to get you to retain the muscle so you get some sculpting. We want to rid your body of fat and inflammation. So you may not see the numbers move on the scale, but you will see it in the measurements. So this is in the packet. Make sure that you complete that the day before you start, all your measurements and your weight, all of your measurements. Don't, spot check, like, I'm only going to do my chest and my rear. No, you're going to do all of them because they all make a difference. The other thing is I want you to take pictures. Take a picture from the front view and take a picture of the side view. This is going to tell how you're transforming. Pictures are worth 1,000 words. Most people don't recognize that. Like, they see a picture and they don't recognize anything because we always are looking for our gut and our belly or something like that. And sometimes we get weight loss like in our face and other people notice it, or up here. It may not be where exactly you want it to go, but all of these things make a difference, and you are transforming, you're metamorphosing. All right. So that's getting started. Before you begin, you need to make sure you do all of that. Notes. What you'll realize on this program is there's only 2 products, wheat products, that we are allowing, and one is going to be brown rice, and the other one is going to be quinoa. You get a 1/2 cup serving, and that is it. No ifs, ands, or buts. There's no potatoes. There's no nothing. Those are the only 2 complex carbs that are allowed. We do allow 1 slice of 100% whole grain wheat bread. You can use Ezekiel bread. That's the bread of choice. And that is only to be used, not for sandwiches, but with your breakfast if you choose to follow the sample menu and use the egg bake. 1 slice of bread with that egg bag. Otherwise, it's only going to be the brown rice or the quinoa. That's it. I have the reasoning why, if you read your packet, in here as to why I'm doing that. Next, no artificial sweeteners other than stevia. Slim has stevia in it, and our shakes have a little bit of stevia. It's a natural sweetener made from plants, so it's going to be a plant-based sweetener. We don't want sucralose. We don't want aspartame. All of those things act as sugars. Your body recognizes those as sugars, and it produces insulin. And when it goes to look for the glucose, because it's recognizing it as sugar and it doesn't find it, the artificial sweeteners will actually help you retain, which is a bad thing, inflammation. And again, we want to rid our body of inflammation. So the only artificial sweeteners is going to be stevia, okay? No white sugar whatsoever, no ifs, ands, or buts. No alcohol. It's 14 days, you'll survive. We're only allowing 1 cup of coffee. If you love coffee and you have to have coffee, we're going to suggest that you only have 1 cup and you drink it black. If you can't stand black coffee, then you can add almond milk or coconut milk, or we're going to suggest green tea. But other than that, no other caffeine. There's a little bit of caffeine in Slim, 75 milligrams. So you will be alert and have the energy that you need from this little bit of caffeine, along with the food that we're going to give you. Because why? Food is energy. All right, no dairy. The only dairy that you will see on this plan is going to be Greek yogurt, and that's real Greek yogurt, not the pretend stuff that marketing has put Greek on it. There's a lot of bad things out there that have fillers in there, like cornstarches, thickeners. I do have a document that I will put in the guide that explains all the different yogurts on the market and the thickeners that are used. Imagine if they're thickening a product like yogurt, what are they doing to your insides? So we want you to use 100% real Greek yogurt, the kind that really doesn't taste good and we don't really like. It's kind of like sour creamy. That's the kind you want, all right? You are going to be spacing meals apart every 2.5 to 3 hours. If you get up, we're suggesting that you eat within 30 minutes to an hour of you waking up. And then from then on, every 2.5 to 3 hours, you're going to be fueling your body again. Now, I will know, or I do know that life gets in the way. And sometimes you might miss that 2.5, 3 hour block, that time frame. And that's okay. Just eat as soon as you can, right? Because life does happen. It doesn't mean, oh, I screwed up that program and I quit. No, your times might shift off a little bit, but you stay the course, all right? Guideline is every 2.5 to 3 hours, you're going to be fueling that tank, all right? You do want to avoid waiting for over 4 hours, okay? So eat as soon as you remember. You want to drink half your body weight in ounces of water. So if you are 150 pounds, 75 ounces of water, you are to drink a day. The Slim constitutes as water. Shakes do not. So if you're drinking 2 of these a day, there's 2 cups right there. If you are exercising, you're going to add 20% onto that number. So 75 plus another 20% is how much you're to be drinking in water. You will be peeing a lot. Absolutely. And I talk about that in this document. We are actually trying to get rid of all that inflammation, water retention, all that in you, right? So you want to pee, think of it as steps. There's going to be no fruit or complex carbs past lunch. Lunch doesn't have to be noon. Sometimes people eat lunch at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. Just after you eat lunch, there's no more fruit and no more complex carbs. Those are energy. And you don't typically need energy in the evening when you're starting to wind down. You need energy to get you through the front part of the day. So we front loaded the carbs and the fruit at the beginning of the day. That's your first snack in your lunch. Now, if you are somebody that works out after work in the evening and you need that energy, you can swap the 2 snacks and you can have the fruit and the nuts in the afternoon, because that's when your body needs that energy, is in the evening, because you have to go work out, right? It's the only exception to that. We are suggesting that you work out at least 30 minutes a day. I don't care what that workout is. You can go for a walk, you can dance, you do something. There are workouts that are included in the guide, so you can give those a try, but 30 minutes is the goal every single day. And we're looking for about a 300 calorie burn, all right? We recommend probiotics, a multivitamin, and omegas. Those are the 3 best things that you can take that will help fill the nutritional gaps. So if you're currently taking those products, bravo, keep taking them. If you don't and you would like to try some, reach out to us. We have suggestions for you, and we have something that you can get. And it just, again, it's going to help fill those nutritional gaps. You're going to get your healthy omega-3s in there. You're going to get your probiotics. It's going to help with that gut health, and then a multivitamin, right? Special interest on this plan, you can eat all the low glycemic foods that I have on a list. So included in this plan, there is a list of foods that are low on the glycemic index. You can, knock your socks off and eat as much as you want of that. So you're looking at tomatoes, snap peas, zucchini, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower. So if you find yourself needing more food, you can add more of that in. It's not going to make your blood sugar level spike. It's actually great for you. I typically will chew on celery as I'm making dinner. You can have some snap peas. You don't need and shouldn't eat those foods if you're really not hungry. If you are hungry and you feel like you're going to, eat your arm off, then eat those foods on the glycemic index, okay? Next, sample menu. This is where you can build your own. And here's the deal, guys. I don't want you to have to think. So I put together a sample meal plan, and you just follow the plan. It's the easiest thing to do, and the recipes are included. For example, day 1, you're going to drink a protein shake, and I have the recipe. So B stands for breakfast. S is snack, and that's 2 or 3 hours after your breakfast. Quarter cup of nuts. We suggest walnuts or almonds. You can choose something else if you really don't like it, but we really, really suggest walnuts. It's great omega-3s. It's going to help with the inflammation. And you have your choice of a half of a grapefruit or a green apple. No other fruit, no ifs, ands, or buts. Those are the 2 choices. Now, if you absolutely cannot have those 2, then we will say, yeah, you can have a red apple. But we really want you to have either the grapefruit or the green apple, and there's reasons why, and it's included in this packet. You're also going to drink your Slim and Lean. Again, you're going to mix this with, I use about 16 ounces of water and ice, and I take my lean tablets. Now, here's the deal. It's not to be sipped on poolside. It's not a cocktail. You shake it up, you drink it, get it in your system, and let it go to work for you. I actually suggest that you do this about a half hour before your snack, okay? Because that's going to help, again, with any cravings, so that snack is going to taste really good when you eat it, okay? So Slim and Lean just before you eat your snack. Lunch, for lunch on the menu, the sample menu, I have chicken and quinoa salad. There's a recipe. You can use that one, right? Go ahead, just follow this plan. For snack, in the afternoon, it's the 3/4 cup of non-fat Greek yogurt. Again, I use Fage, non-fat, plain. And how you're going to make it tasty is you are going to add a tablespoon of chia seeds. That actually, they plump up. So if you mix it up and let it sit for a little bit, those chia seeds will actually expand. It will give you the sense of fullness. It'll keep you full longer. So you're going to add the chia seeds and then a teaspoon of honey. If you really don't like that, you can add cinnamon, you can add nutmeg, you can add vanilla. Make it tasty, right? And I serve it to my husband. He doesn't even realize that it was yogurt. He thought it was pudding. So go ahead and have that. That's going to give you your sense of fullness. Again, just before that, or you can wait about like a half hour after that and do your Slim and Lean again. Again, I always prefer and suggest that you do this just before your snack, so it will help you ward off any cravings. Slim and Lean at snack time in the PM. And then for dinner, what's on the menu? There's chicken zucchini meatballs. The recipe's included. You can have a cup of spaghetti squash and then 1 cup of broccoli. So you guys, if you follow this plan, it tells you exactly what to eat. Breakfast the next day is overnight oats. I have the recipe. Snack is going to be the 1/4 cup of nuts and the grapefruit or the green apple. So you just follow along. Now, if you really don't want to do that and you want to build your own and make it harder for yourself, well, by all means, you can just look at this, build your own plan. And the protein shake, I still suggest that. Your snacks are always going to be the same, but you are going to have to be creative for your own lunch and dinner if you're building your own. So there's no recipe on here. It's like you just choose 4 ounces of lean protein, and I have a list, and you're going to choose brown rice or quinoa, and you're going to choose 2 cups of veggies. So you just have to create and come up with the recipes on your own if you're going to build your own. Otherwise, you follow the sample menu right along in here.